Welcome everyone to Yin this morning. So sitting comfortably or lying down comfortably, you choose. So this is your practice. So a reminder that the poses that I will suggest for you are merely suggestions. So if something doesn't feel right, please find a shape or a pose or relax wherever feels comfortable for you. So really be aware of how you're feeling today, how your body's feeling, and go with that. That's what our yoga is. So with that, close down or soften through your eyes and make sure you are feeling comfortable. And start to bring your awareness inwards, focusing on your breath. How are you breathing this morning? Start to follow your breath, just noticing how your body moves as you breathe. Feel the belly, the chest rising as you breathe in, and gently falling as you breathe out. And bringing the hands to the heart, we'll open our practice with 3 Oms. Have a nice big breath in. And then relax the hands down. You might like to change the legs around. And we'll start with a nice side bend. So lifting the arm up overhead, bending down through the hip, grounding through the hip. Few breaths here, feeling the side body stretching. Next breath in, come back up, and we'll go to the other side. One more breath. Come back on up. And bring the hands behind the back. And elbows back and down, open through the chest. You might like to look up. And then release the hands. Bring the hands to the knees. We'll do a couple of cat-cows here. So inhale to bring the chest forward, looking up. And exhale to round through the back, drawing the belly to the spine. Inhale to come up. And exhale, rounding back. One more. Inhale. And exhale, round back the back. So we're gently moving the spine. And now we'll come into a twist. So should be your right hand onto the left knee. And the other hand behind. And feel the twisting from the ribs, from here. So don't overturn the head or the shoulders. So in our yin practice, we don't want to be forcing anything. This is a practice where we don't rush, we don't force, we just be. There's no pushing. Really being aware and noticing how you're feeling and what you're feeling throughout the whole practice. Not worrying about if you're doing it right or wrong. If you find those sorts of thoughts come in, just breathe them away. We'll have one more breath here, breathing in. Start to return your gaze and allow the body to follow, and we'll come to the other side. As you breathe in, feel like you're getting taller. As you breathe out, deepening the twist slightly, feeling it from the inside. On your next in-breath, start to return your gaze, allow the body to follow, and release the legs. A bit of a shake, you might give yourself a little bit of a massage. And then we'll come onto our back. So lie down, bring the knees in, have a little rock here. Maybe some circles, one way and the other. And just notice how your body's feeling today. How's your energy level? Start to turn the feet one way and the other. Point and flex. Notice how your feet feel. Maybe you're tight underneath. And we'll start with our happy baby. So bring the knees wide. You can just hold on to the knees or the feet at the middle. Or bring the feet towards the ceiling, holding on to anywhere on the foot, the edges or the big toes, or even the ankle. Drawing the knees down towards the armpits. So you'll feel the compressing into the hips, into the groin area. Relax down through your shoulders, the back of the head. You might take a little sway. Bring a soft smile to the face. We'll have 3 minutes here. So a reminder about the principles of our practice, that the first thing we come to our edge or a place where we're feeling the stretching sensation or the compressing or the twisting. So here we're feeling the compressing, making sure there's no pain whatsoever, no stabbing sensations or burning or tingle or electrical sort of nervy pain. Making sure that it's not too strong. So coming to our, say, 60, 70% mark. Second thing is we become still and we soften. The more our muscles are relaxed, the deeper we can get into the connective tissues, the fascia that's highly concentrated around the joints. And the third thing is we're here for time. So the longer we're here, the more hydration we'll create, and that will allow us to, when we come out, we'll feel it. It will soften through all the fascia of the body, that lovely connective tissue that joins everything together, that's wrapped around all the muscles. Lubricating the joints. And we've just got 2 more breaths here. And then gently and nice and slowly start to come out. This is where you feel it. You can groan because I can't hear you. You'll be able to hear me though. You feel like you're about 20 years older than what you are. Anyway, we're doing this to keep us young in our body and in our mind. So this will allow us more freedom of movement. Keep our joints strong. Just notice what you feel here as we rest. And then we'll come into another shape that's for in the groin as well. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together, but this time just let the knees hang wide here while we're on our back. You might like a pillow or a bolster or a cushion under the feet. Just notice how that feels. Or you might like support under the knees. So you might use whatever you have, if that feels better for you, under the knees. So we'll have 3 minutes here. So this practice doesn't only work on the physical body, but also on the mental, emotional body and energetic body. So we're moving energy through the body, getting rid of any stagnation that may be there. It's also very meditative. It allows us to be mindful. If we're concentrating on how our body's feeling, what we're feeling during the poses, then our focus is concentrated there and our mind won't be drifting off. If you do find your mind drifting off, just come back to noticing what you're feeling. Or you might focus on your breath, following your breath. Another thing you could focus on is your intention. Why are you doing your yoga this morning? Maybe it's just to have a big stretch to feel good. Keep thinking about how you want to feel when you're finished. Maybe it's to start the day with doing something good for yourself first. Knowing that when we're caring for ourselves, then we have a much better capacity to help others. We'll have 2 more breaths here. And then gently start to bring the knees up. Bring them together. Remove any props that you have. Bring the knees in. You might like a little rock here. You might like to bring the feet to the edges of the mat and just have a little windscreen wiper here or an easy twist. Just notice how your hips are feeling and the inner thighs, the groin. And then we'll come on to our side and come into a stretch for the front of the leg. So you can lie down and just bend up the top leg and draw the foot towards your bottom. And relax the arm. You might need to gently pull the foot towards the bottom to get more of a stretch, or lean the knee back. If you have bad knees and this doesn't work for you, then just find a position where you can rest or a pose that you know you like. We're having 3 minutes here as well. Just check in, relax the glutes. And don't worry about what you look like. If your knee's up higher or down lower, it doesn't matter as long as you're feeling it in the right place, the front of the leg. You will get a gentle stretch through the knee as well, as long as it's not painful. You could always be on the belly here as well. There's a minute left. By all means, you can come out if you've had enough. And we'll just have 2 more breaths here. And then release the leg. And come to rest. We'll have a minute rebound. So you can be on the back. You might prefer to lie on the belly. Your choice. And come to the other side. So bend up the knee. Get comfortable with something under the head or use your arm. And feeling this through the front of the bent thigh. Not too strong. Because we've got 3 minutes here, so just pace yourself. Notice the difference between this side and the other one. We're halfway. We'll have 2 more breaths here. And slowly, carefully start to release the leg and find your rebound on the belly or the back, or a shape that you can relax in, and notice how your body responds. Can you feel any temperature change or heaviness or lightness? Can you feel a flush of energy? And let's make our way up into a sphinx. So bring the elbows under the shoulders or slightly forward. Just find a place where the arms feel comfortable. They might be wider or narrower. So see what works for you. The same with the legs. You can bring them closer together or wider. You'll be feeling this in the lower back. We're putting a gentle compression into the lower back, and you may also feel it through the front of the body, getting a nice stretch through the belly. If you're not feeling much at all and you want to come up a bit higher, you can rest on your cushions or books or bolsters, whatever you like. But there's no goal to be as high as you can. The only thing we're concerned about is feeling it in this lower back area and the front belly. You might not feel anything through the front. You might also like the bolster under the ribs. So just find, like, especially if you have shoulder problems or you've had injuries, if you bring the bolster under the ribs, it just releases the shoulders. So we're halfway. Soften through the glutes, the legs, the feet, the toes. There's 1 minute left. You might like to bend up the knees. You'll get another bit of a quad stretch, the front of the legs. And it will put a little more compression into the back. Again, being very aware that we don't want any pain whatsoever. A little bit of discomfort is okay. When we practice our yin, we practice that we wait, do a lot of waiting, holding the poses. And we might have a bit of discomfort, but we know that passes when we come into our rebound. Just have one more breath, and then you can start to slowly come out, finding your rebound. You might like a child's pose here. Just to soften through the back, to feel through the spine, or the belly, the back, your side, wherever you prefer. And then start to make your way up to sitting. And we'll come into a stretch for the back of the legs. So we'll do one at a time. So you can bend one leg in and then start to fold forward. You should feel this through the back of the straight leg and through the side of the back. If you're not feeling anything, then bring the leg behind and start to fold forward. So just see what your body likes best, knowing our target area, where we want to be feeling it is the back of the straight leg. Again, it's not about how far you come down. It's about feeling it in that target area. So you'll be feeling the back of the leg or the side of the back. We'll just have 2 minutes here. Soften through the leg. Make sure you're not activating the front, the legs. You might actually like to activate them, like draw the knee, lock the knee and push through the heel, lean forward, feel how that feels, and then soften. And that's where you want to be. There's 30 seconds left. Have one more breath and start to gently walk the hands back, coming up. Release the leg, have a bit of movement. And we'll come straight to the other side. So again, trying one way and then leaning forward, noticing where you're feeling that. Target area being the back of the straight leg. And coming into the shape that suits your bones, your body. Everyone being different and every side being different. So you might be one way on one side and the other on the other side. Again, you might like to push through the heel, draw the knee up to activate the muscles of the legs, and then soften and stay there. Is one side significantly tighter than the other? Have 2 more breaths here. And then gently start to come up. And release the leg. And find your rebound. You might like to come to the back. Notice what happens here, especially through the back of the legs that we've just worked. But also knowing that what we're doing is not just, we do have one, we concentrate on one target area, but it affects everywhere. So we have time for one more pose. And we'll stay here for a good 5 minutes. So if you like your bolsters, it's one of my favourite ones to finish with. You might have a cushion to have a little bit of height. It's up to you. You might just have a blanket rolled up or a towel. If there's another pose that you'd prefer to do to finish with, go ahead, go there. So it will be 5 minutes. I'll tell you when it's halfway. Just lie over here, opening through the arms, the feet, the knees, the legs can be however you like. You might like your butterfly again with the legs. You might like the knees together. Just notice, see how your back feels. You might need something extra under your bottom if that doesn't feel right for your back. But here we're opening the chest. Feeling a nice stretch through the torso and relaxing. Knowing that our practice of slowing down and of not rushing, of just being, surrendering, allows the body and the mind to recharge. It's energy giving. We're recharging our batteries. We're halfway. There's 30 seconds left. Now 2 more breaths and then gently start to make your way out. You might bend up the knees and roll off to your side. And make your way into your most comfortable position for relaxation. So wherever that may be for you. Might be lying down on the belly or the back. Might be sitting up. So find your place. Gently and softly surrender in to the earth. You might like a little bit of movement. Just get any wriggles out and then become still. You might like to have a big breath in through the nose and a sigh out, releasing any tension that may be left in the body or the mind. And come back to softening the whole body. Back of the head, back of the shoulders, mid-back, the lower back, the buttocks, the back of the legs, the heels. Relaxing the front of the body, tops of the feet, the toes, front of the legs, the hips, belly, the chest, the heart center, collarbones, the neck, the chin, cheeks, lips, the nose, softening the eyes, the eyebrows, space between the eyebrows, the forehead, top of the head. Feel the arms softening, the fingers, the hands, the legs, the feet, back of the body, the front of the body, the whole body. Feel the whole body breathing. The whole body breathing in. The whole body breathing out. Whole body breathing in. And the whole body breathing out. Whole body completely relaxed. So gently start to bring some movement back in to the fingers and the toes. Turn the hands and the feet. And breathe a little deeper. Have a nice big stretch. Roll over onto your side. And just have a few moments here to check in, just noticing how you're feeling after your practice compared to the beginning. Notice how the body feels. And check in with your breath. Is it nice and soft and subtle, relaxed? And make your way up to a comfortable sitting. Keep the eyes closed or softly gaze down. And I'll just read you a quote from Adele Bashir about grow. Hidden inside every challenge is a new opportunity to make our souls grow. Hidden inside every challenge is an opportunity to make our souls grow. We'll close our class today with 1 Om and 3 Shantis for peace. So bring the hands together at the heart, feel them resting, bowing in. We'll have a nice big breath in together to prepare. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone.